Hey guys, welcome back to Masao Reviews. We've got Sentinel's Metamor-Force Granzort from mado-king Granzort. Okay, gonna just throw my cards out there to begin with. Not the biggest fan of this figure. Quality's kind of low. Engineering's not the best. Not really my thing, so if you notice a complete lack of enthusiasm during this review, that would be why. Not a fan. But you've got Granzort here. He measures 2. I'm gonna go to the tip of his head. It's kind of hard with the crest there. He's about 5 3/4 inches tall from what I'm seeing. Written review may have something different when I can do it head on. You got him there. Looking at his accessories. Comes with a sword as well as a variety of hands. Of course, the box and instructions and a stand, which we'll look at in a bit. We'll get recentered, refocused. You guys a nice roundabout here. The colors on this one really pop. That's one thing I do like about it. And when it comes to these forearm guards here, for the sake of transformation, they do have a hinge on there that moves in and out. My left arm, it came seized closed. So I went ahead, boiled some water, just microwaved it for about 2 minutes, let it set in there for 30-45 seconds, pulled apart right away. So that happens with all kinds of toys. It's not a Sentinel thing, it's not a anybody thing, it's not a quality thing, it's just toys sit in boxes. They seize, they get stuck. Maybe it was molded a little bit too tight, but that loosens things right up. Boiled water is like a godsend. I would have thought that it'd warp and just destroy toys, and no. It's saved me so many dollars having to be rebuy stuff or whatever. So, alright. Taking a look at the articulation here. I don't think that's a ball joint. I think it's just a hinge. The neck where it meets the clavicle moves back and forth. And then the head itself looks to be on a ball joint there. So, downward is helped by that. And so is the upward. All right, you can see quite a bit. Shoulders. These pieces do move up and down. Shoulder pads. All right, so you got the roundabout there. That can move up. This can go well past perpendicular. Bicep swivel. And the joints, it's kind of weird. Just like my Ryo Samurai Troopers review, they're not loose, but they're definitely just not strong, sturdy feeling. Like, they're at that weird point where even though I don't think they're loose, I'm still going to give them some future polish or whatever just to make sure that they're tight, if that makes sense. Because I don't see them lasting long term. And it's just weird because it's like between the plastics used and the colors, it's almost like this and Ryo came out of the exact same batch with the exact same quality or whatever. It's almost like they just gave them some different instructions and had them use the exact same everything. All right. So, we were at the waist. Waist can do a full 360. And then minimal, back bend, ab crunch. No extension or anything like that. So, it's a weak point of the articulation. All right. I forgot to finish going over. There is some movement in the forearms there. And then there's rocking in the wrist, as well as swiveling. Comes with a variety of hands, none of which are articulated. So moving back down, this moves. There's no back skirt. So front, really high. Back, really high. And then let's look at the outward. I don't think I've done outward at all yet. These do like move and rotate. So get that out of the way some. Not really a lot of side. But you can kind of use them in conjunction to make it look like a bit more. But with those weak joints, see how it just wants to fall? It kind of sucks. I don't know if that can be tightened up or not with polish, but yeah. All right, so these do have swing hips. See if I can zoom in. If you guys can't see it from there. So right in here is where the hips can swing up and swing down. That's for further motion. So swing them down and they can do a more natural high kick. It's kind of weird. This one doesn't feel like it needs that because it still has that high kick and the like either way, but you know, more the merrier. Thigh swivel, limited. A really natural thigh swivel, so don't feel like it just can't, but that's real. Now these joints throughout the leg are die cast. All right, double jointed knees. Nice strong knees of all things. All right. Looking at the feet, backwards and forwards. It's got a swing there. So not really backwards, just the ankle swings forward and backwards. There's some movement you can see. Make sure you guys can see that in the front of the foot, up and down. Now let's take a look at the ankle tilt. Not a lot. You see that whole thing just came apart trying to give it ankle tilt. So yeah, something to take note of, I guess. Quality. It wasn't like I was pulling on it hard or anything like that. Let me see if I can get this pressed back together on camera. Always a fun time. Now, even for the worst of products I've reviewed, I don't know if I've ever had anything like that happen on camera. I'll be damned. Now, I don't know if that needs to be glued back together or not, but it's what it is. This piece, like I said in the beginning, it's so whatever quality that, honestly, that didn't even surprise or embarrass me. All right. Get something basic going. Swap out one of the hands with the sword holding hands. The whole thing came out. Can't knock a tight connection, so not going to. Ugh. All right. And when it comes to the sword, splits right there. Okay. Okay. Of course. It's supposed to clip into place. Let's see if I can, yeah. As you can notice, this is just fun to deal with. Alright, let's, God, I don't even want to, after that, I don't want to change another hand. Do that. Now, the stand. It's okay, I guess. Not very long. It's got 3 areas of articulation. And it's supposed to clip in nice and tight, just under the taint. But the thing is, like, it clips in, but it doesn't stay in for whatever reason. Holds the figure plenty well, but something about it. I do wish it was a little bit higher, but it's what it is. Lower this. Alright, get that. Make sure it's in frame. I would have to switch legs if I want to bring the waist over. Yeah, it's just not fun. But there we go. That's a pose. Let's get it transformed. All right, now getting this guy transformed, it's very simple. So it starts with bringing the head down, bringing the upper chest up. All right. Kind of clips there. You can bring the head forward. So you've got something like that. These shoulder pads, rotate upwards. You got that. Then you can kind of rotate these forward Bring the arms down. All right, so you have something like that. Nothing locks into place during this transformation. Yeah. Bring the feet up like so. And then you literally just bring the legs around and yeah. So from there, kind of clip that. Oh. Sure that that's still there. All right, so obviously very simple transformation. But this piece, the hip skirt, or the front skirt, crotch plate, whatever you want to call it. Up. Shoulders facing forward. What? There you go. It is transformed. Now, honestly, I take the fist out when I transform it. I just don't like seeing them at all. This doesn't really do the greatest job in covering them up. And man, I hate this stand. Like, it just does not clip. And then the legs coming off and this and that. So, yeah, obvious tech. And here it is in its alt mode. It's just a big giant head. Honestly, the lack of things that clip together just to give it that kind of perfect flush transformation, it doesn't appeal to me at all, especially for the price. I think this was, what, 160, 170 shipped or something like that. So, yeah, and honestly, it feels more like a cheap retail toy than anything. I mean, it is what it is. If you're a fan of mado-king Granzort, then you know what? This may be exactly what you were looking for. And I'm sure with niche anime and things like that, niche characters, niche mecha, you kind of got to get what you get. But if you're looking for something, if you're somebody like me that really doesn't know much about the mecha itself or the series, and we're just looking for, at very least, a nice toy, I don't think this is something you're going to be impressed with, especially if you're used to more quality products. Definitely, I don't feel like this is worth the time that it took them to produce, let alone the cost that it took me to purchase this. So it's what it is. Of course, buy or don't buy at your own discretion. Just use this video and any other videos that you can get your eyes on to make a smart decision for yourself as a consumer. Anyway, this has been another Kuma Style review. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.